Very good evening from London. Has been another quiet trading session for the US markets, with little in terms of tier 1 data out of the US today, and in terms of the summer volumes we are still trading pretty low and thin in the markets. We have trended generally higher in the earlier part of the session for the US equities before pairing that slightly with similar price action seen into the 9-minute pick close for the WTI and Brent crude futures, which came off quite aggressively into that close. That's despite the data from the DOE crude inventories causing a little move higher in West Texas of around 30 cents, with a drawdown across the crude oil inventories, distillate and gasoline numbers. But offsetting that is the likely restarting of the Enbridge Line 14 pipes, and therefore that's going to bring some supply back into the markets, and we have just seen a sell-off then into that 9-minute pick close. Otherwise, some attention came onto the 10-year note auction out of the US for $24 billion. Markets were generally expecting a rather good 10-year auction, but we tailed against the bid side win issue, and we tailed for approximately 2.5 basis points there, and the bid to cover the weakest since the latter part of 2009, and that caused a sell-off on the 10-year note futures immediately of around 5 ticks, and those losses did extend to a session low, but we saw some dip buying emerge at the session lows for the 10-year notes, and we have paired a lot of their initial move to the downside. Otherwise, again, it's very quiet in terms of market moving information. There may be something to be aware of in the overnight session. We have the Bank of Japan, the asset or the key interest rate expected to remain unchanged between 0 to 0.1%, but focus will remain on the asset purchase target. That's currently around 75 trillion yen. Market participants were looking to any change to that figure, i.e. further monetary easing from the Bank of Japan. And also, notwithstanding, we do have a raft of Chinese data out overnight. Particular focus on the CPI, expected to show some cooling there in prices in China. And also, we are expecting the industrial production and retail sales data. Any weakness across the board in terms of those figures may fuel some more talk regarding further monetary easing out of the PBOC. But that's enough from me. Hope you've had a good trading day, and we'll join you bright and early tomorrow morning. Thank you.